morning, Ramon. Good morning, Team Steam. Got my notes here. We're ready to go for another day of quality sports handicapping with complimentary picks from, two of your favorite sports touts, information holders, information givers. Happy Father's Day to everyone. I hope you guys enjoy your day. Let me know what kind of plans you got. I think Blake looks like he has ribs, beer, and sports. I mean, I think that sounds like a commercial I've heard before. Wings, beer, sports, right? Something like that. So yeah, I hope everyone has a good day. That's what we're planning on doing. A bit of brats later. My mom baked, I don't know, 3 pies. I think that's too many, but it's how she shows that she loves us. We're having some peach, some strawberry rhubarb, and some pumpkin. So excited for the day. How are you today, Ramon?
Happy Father's Day to our fathers here joining us for the morning steam. Maybe they got things to do and won't be able to do too much sports, or, well, like you said, could have plans. I know I always watch the U.S. Open.
There you go. That's what my brother does.
So we'll see. It's going to be an exciting finish. Really, only 4 golfers are given a reasonable chance to win at the Los Angeles Country Club today. We know Ricky, of course, they're tied for the lead with Wyndham Clark. They're both up there, and also Rory, just a stroke back. So he's got a legitimate chance, and Scotty Scheffler right now with Ricky and Wyndham Clark tied at the top. Ricky is 5-2, Wyndham Clark 7-2, Rory a stroke back at 5-2, and Scheffler 2 shots back at 4-1. The rest of the field, obviously as many as 5 strokes back from there, and that's why you only have the 4 golfers with modest odds. You go to the 5th golfer in the run, if you will, and you're talking 30-1. DJ 30-1, Shoffley 30-1, Harris English 40-1, and then you're talking about Cam Smith 100-1, DeChambeau 150-1. So you got 4 golfers.
It really drops off, yeah,
with a legitimate chance here to win. Rory and Ricky are about 5-2. Wyndham Clark 7-2. I would think that, I don't know, I just look at it from a betting standpoint. You can make a claim to any of these golfers here. Obviously, you got Rory and Ricky, obviously superstars of the game, but Ricky is, behind those guys. Wyndham Clark is actually tied for the lead and is, like I said, 7-2, while Ricky is 5-2. So here's the thing. I mean, while Ricky is probably recognized as a better golfer all time, certainly Wyndham Clark has had some moments so far, but this is just golf, and they're going to go out there around the course. I think Wyndham Clark is the value here today in this one. That's probably the direction that I would look with these betting options today. That's just the way I feel about it. So, all right, want to welcome everyone to the morning steam. That was our golf coverage.
There we go.
With the Midwest's premier sports handicapper, Mindy Hahne. I'm Ramon Scott, coming to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. We're going to talk about Major League Baseball, College World Series. Mindy, you're in Omaha, getting ready to attend a game this week in just a couple of days. So you've been watching the tournament closely. We'll also preview WNBA, and maybe I'll have a pick or two. There's 1 game in the CFL, 2 in the USFL, and that kind of highlights our sports today. There's some other things going on. I'm involved in some tennis right now over on the grass courts of Germany and Holland. So right now I'm alive, sweat with Ramon. I've got Kudermetova over Alexandrova, and right now Kudermetova is leading the match. She won the first set, so trying to work things out. With good thing I've got some tennis here in the middle of the night. Swept my card yesterday. Hey, let's say hello to our friends. Mindy, we'll see what they got in store for us on Father's Day. I'd imagine maybe a few guys can't make it, but we'll see. We already got plenty of regulars in here, so maybe it's a good way to start your day. And Curtis was here to get things going, and Ron says Happy Father's Day, and so does Jay today. Ziggy's here. Make sure you follow Ziggy on Twitter. Get his plays. Here's Ash. Thomas Lewis is here. Yeah, you already said it. Blake's going to be firing up the grill. Bionic is here today. Angel Reyes ready to fire. He says today
Like
he's going to. Lazzy
Going
Love
heavy.
is here today. Blake says says he likes a playoff today in LA. Damian Betts. Sure, that's Damian's last name, but if it's not, it's good to have a name Betts.
Right.
Heartbreak Kid is here. Curtis is ready also for that College World Series game today, the winner's bracket game, Mindy.
Yes.
Yesterday we saw Wake win, but they won by 1. And also LSU got it done for us. We did split our premiums, but LSU winning over Tennessee. So, all right. Thank you. Like and smash, MT. Thank you for that. Let's go over to Tony'sPicks.com real quick, see what happened over there yesterday on the website, see who carried us. It was Tim Irwin on top. Let's see. Oh, that's the monthly there, but let's see who did well yesterday real quick. It was Vinny DiMichele with a 5-2 record. Hello to Vinny if you're out there. Well, it looks like it was tough sledding in gambling land yesterday. Ralph Raymond 2-1, Collins Brown 3-2, and Joseph Schultz finished in the green. The green yesterday. So, well, we'll have to pick it up as a group here today for sure. And I don't know, maybe there was some tough going in some of those major league games.
Yes. Like the Kansas City Royals versus the Angels.
Oh gosh, that was.
Don't even tell me about it, remote. Don't even bring it.
Yeah, premium loser for me. I don't think we're supposed to say that, but gosh,
brutal.
We could, that's your Royals. They came through, but
it was more like the Angels giving up a ton of runs.
Right, I'm the one always talking about. It's hit or miss, I guess. It still is, Mindy, because you guys talked down that bullpen early. I said, be careful. They're still good. And the numbers would suggest they're a good bullpen.
Yes.
But they have a tendency to blow up. It seems like they're hit or miss.
Every once in a while, yeah.
Yep. Tim Irwin up a dime this week. There's our morning steam team. Still up a nickel for the week. Pretty good. Definitely were in the red yesterday. Ben Ruhala plus 285. Vinny DiMichele up there as well, and Sean Dinwiddie, the king of totals for the last month. Tim is up there on top. Mindy's up there, 1,200 units over the last 30 days. Sean Dinwiddie, our morning steam team as well. Joseph Schultz and Ben Ruhala. All right. Don't forget over at Tony'sPicks.com, that's where you'll find our premium picks, which are absolutely our best picks every day over at Tony's Picks. Mindy and I give you the best we got as far as what's left here on the Morning Steam Show. But to be fair, our best picks are going to be over at Tony'sPicks.com today. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages. Vinny's got a 5-pack up there for Major League Baseball. Tony has a 3-pack as well. Those packages are ready to go over at Tony'sPicks.com. We know we're going to get this one started early today on Peacock with Major League Baseball. We'll get to that right now. Just a moment. Let's just head back on over, say hello to a few more people, and get this one started because we've got a lot of games to cover.
Got to get you to your barbecues.
All right. And what do they say? How close are you to the stadium? Is that
it's really like 10 minutes. So I don't know if you're, watching the coverage, right? They show a little bit of downtown Omaha, mostly what they're showing, like with a lot of the views is like basically like the airport back there. And then you can see, if they turn the other, you can see skyscrapers, right? But if you're looking at that one view, it's basically right across the river, and I'm basically just south of there into Council Bluffs. So they're showing you the Iowa side if they're not showing you the skyscrapers, basically, is what it is. So you can see like the pedestrian bridge goes across the Missouri River. Those are some of those things that you can see. So it kind of shows you a little bit of the layout there.
And Mindy will be out there for the game on Tuesday. The elimination game, I think, right? Is that the early game?
Yeah, I'm going to the early game, the 1:00 game. Yep. So I believe it's an elimination. I think it's a winner versus a loser, I want to say, but we'll see how it works out.
Okay. Let's get it rolling here with the Major League Baseball coverage to start us off today. Like I said, we're going to go out to Wrigley Field to start it off. And there's, let's see what Angel won real quick. Just saying here. Yep. Well, and that's the thing, because we'd all like to wait, and that's why we're on the do our show as well. I mean, we'd like to wait until the last minute if at all possible, but we've got to sell picks, one thing. But also part of the handicapping process is, okay, Ziggy, have a great day. Thank you. When attacking lines without complete information, you are basically matching wits with the bookmaker in anticipation of the game as well. Limits will be higher at the end, but it's a chance for you to maybe speculate or guess maybe on something that isn't going to happen as well. So, all right, Mindy, this one's on Peacock. I get started today with the Orioles going up against the Cubs, and the Orioles going to be a road favorite here with Dean Kramer. $1, let's see, $1.15. This total is 8.5 flat.
Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Cubs here today on the run line. I'll take the 1.5 here. I know it's sitting at about 165 or so. It's one of those that I feel like this has been a pretty decent series here so far. Okay. Kramer worries me, a little bit here because he was so bad last season. He was like 0-7. But this season he's been doing a little bit better, I think. 4.87 ERA. Tyone, we know, has been struggling some here as well. But I like how the Cubs bats have been working here lately. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Cubs today on the run line.
All right, Mindy, you'll take the Cubs here. I'm rating. I could see it. It's $1.15. I mean, it's really, really close, and I don't really feel like there's a major advantage in the game necessarily today with these two. So I'm looking for how am I going to get involved in this game? You're going to make the suggestion to take the Cubs. I don't know if I mind that. They're getting the 1.5. So maybe I'll just take a look at what the chat's going to recommend here in this one. Let's see. We've got already about a dozen comments here. It's going to be Angel Reyes on the Cubs. Jace Move here is on the Orioles money line. So is Orlando. And Fernando is going to be on the over in this one. Mark Lee here today. He's going to be on the Orioles. Nice to see Mark again here today. All right, Mindy. Well, look, I was kind of indifferent to the side in this game, and they're getting a 1.5. Heartbreak Kid says Orioles, but I'm going to side with you today and take him on the run line. Look, Kramer, very profitable. I mean, he is 8-3 in his last 11 starts, so he has been a moneymaker, no doubt about it. But the Cubs, you mentioned their bats being hot. They've won 7 of their last 8 games now to get, back to a little bit of respectability. Still 4 games under 500, but playing well. So let's go ahead and take the Cubs today, plus a 1.5. Yeah, minus $1.65 or so. You said, all
Yep.
right. I'll do it. We got to have a play. We got to play. We're gonna have plays on every game, and I have this one rated closely enough. I think I'd be willing to take the Cubs here with you. Right. All right. Move along now to the starts a little bit later on the card here with Anderson and Morton, Rockies and Braves. I think we've had a $3 uh, choice here earlier this season, if I remember correctly. It might have been something with the A's, but we have a $3 favorite here with Morton today going up against Anderson. The Rockies just aren't hitting on the road.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it's been, and it's going to be how much I think basically the Braves can score today. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and go under the total here today in this one. Charlie Morton, 4.64 ERA here on or at home, but of course, like you said, there hasn't really been much offense from this Rockies team in this series. Anderson historically has a 19% K rate, holds his opponents to a .222 batting average. So I'm going to go ahead and take the under in this one.
Yeah, and Morton, for as solid as he has, but of late, 4.88 ERA in his last 5 starts, and he has gone 0-3. Also, he's gone over in 5 of his last 7. I don't know if I'm going to get together with you on this one. Atlanta's gone over in 6 of their last 8. Yeah, Colorado, big time issues. They've gone under in 11 of their last 17 games and under in 4 of Anderson's 6 starts. No record for Anderson so far with 6 starts?
Not yet.
Well, they've won his games though, 4-2 in his games. Let's take a look at what the chat's going to go with in this one, and it's going to be Angel is going to be on the Rockies run line today. Blake coming in says we'll have 10 plays. I'm thinking it might be more. Angel, if you think Morton shouldn't be 110, then you've got to be all over the Rockies in this one, for sure. Fernando will lay the run line, however. Curtis says under is his lock. Oh, boy. Jay says take the Braves on the run line here today. And, well, that's probably going to be good enough for me at $1.55 or so. All right. Hello to Charles there today as well. And it looks like some support for the under with you, Mindy. I'm going to take Atlanta on the run line here at minus $1.50 today in this one. All right. Probably a little bit too high, but Atlanta right now, willing to go with it. All right, here we go with Jesus Luzardo Day, and he's favored on the road, $1.60. The total is 9 flat, going up against Patrick Corbin and the Nats.
Yeah, I think another pretty good matchup here today, I think. I always like it when Luzardo's on the mound for the Marlins, and Corbin, I don't know. We'll see how he does, right? We've kind of talked about his ups and downs all season, but might be the ace, getting close to being the ace here for that national spot. But we're looking at 4.17 ERA for Luzardo. We got 4.81 here for Corbin. I'm going to go ahead and go over the total. These two teams have been lighting it up over the last couple days. Marlins 4.11 runs, Nationals still sitting at 3.69. But the thing is that Nationals team gives up a ton of runs on defense, 5.43, and then that high bullpen ERA of 4.85. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the total today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm rating this game probably, more like maybe a 9.5 under. So rate's pretty close. So I'll end up taking the over with you in this one, especially if you got it down to 9 at least here. Miami playing well right now. Won 11 of their last 14 games. Luzardo, uh, yeah, for all of what he's done this season, he's been pretty good to bet on. He's up a couple, 2.5 units, but so is Corbin. You mentioned him 5.0 ER, 5.06 ERA in his last three starts. So Luzardo a 6.61 ERA in his last three starts. So yeah, these guys are not in great form right now. I will take the over with you in this one. Yeah, pair of lefties going, but I'm willing to come in on the over here and give us our second play. Anybody with us in the chat on this one?
Bye,
We've
Angel.
got
Have a good day.
uh,
Angel has to take off. I said, bye, Angel. Have a good day.
oh. Okay. Well, we'll try to get some contrarian views in there for Angel. Here's an under for Fernando going against us a little bit here. He's also on the Nats here. Yeah, it's a dog. I don't know if I mind that necessarily, but gosh, if you think of what the Nats right now are doing, and you want us to kind of say, well, maybe they're still got something. And you mentioned Corbin up and down. Yeah, Josiah Gray's maybe that ace, but 15 games under 500 right now, and the Marlins are 9 games
What?
over 500.
Did you say it was
Wow.
the first time since what, 06 or something?
Oh my gosh. So Marlins -1.5. Nathan says first 5 money line. Angel's going to watch his tennis match. I hope it's one of mine. I got a couple of premiums still coming up in the system here. Jay Smooth says he wants to go over. We'll go over. Mindy Markley's on the Marlins, and Heartbreak Kid says Nats on the run line. Man, I just don't want to necessarily. That's what my numbers are saying, Nats run line, but just doesn't feel too good at this point. So I don't know what I'm going to do on this game. Probably not going to make the premium card, but I'll take this over with Mindy. Next up will be the Yankees. This is game 1. Unfortunately, we don't have the line yet. Does anybody have a line for game 1 of the doubleheader? Let me just take a peek here, Mindy. Oh boy,
I got like 132 on the run line, or on the money line, but that's about it. Red Sox -132.
Okay, that sounds good enough for me.
But I didn't have anything else.
Okay. See if anybody else has any. Read. You know what book that was, or is it just
Well, they said that's for game 2, but I didn't think so. Here, let me look back, because I just use lines.com is what I use, and then I just do consensus. So I'd have to go back to see who put that out. Let's see.
Okay. No big deal. I just
that's all right. I still have it up here.
I am expecting Schmidt.
Oh yeah,
and possibly.
So it does look like that might be a game 2, because they have it right now. For game 1, they have the Yankees at 115, Red Sox -125. That's at Caesars and Wynn.
For game 2, you say?
No, that's game 1.
Oh, okay. Let's do that then. 125.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Over under 9.5.
Okay. Great. So that's coming in now. 125, 9.5.
Yep.
Okay, let's go with that.
That's what I got up here right now. Like I said, that was from Caesars and Wynn. So
yeah. Well, the question is the Red Sox, and will it be Nick Pivetta here? So I hope you're willing to do anything with this one, Mindy.
Well, I'm kind of leaning towards the Red Sox. That's just kind of how it's been, especially with just how they've been kind of handling the Yankees here as of late. Justin Turner, he's hitting like 341 here lately as well. I don't know. It's going to be, I don't know. I'm going to go with the Red Sox.
All right. Mindy taking the Red Sox here at home, -$1.25 against the Yankees. And, Let's see. Schmidt been looking good. 2.05 ERA in his last 4 starts, so pretty good numbers there. I had mentioned Pavetta. I know that also Paxton has been listed as a possibility, and people were on Paxton a little bit, but he's been pretty solid of late. 2.0 ERA in his last 3 starts. We just don't have the confirmation of what's going to happen necessarily with the Red Sox today, and I don't even see a lot of speculation necessarily from the chat here. So Fernando says both games will go over. Solo does have an opinion, says over in game 1. Red Sox money line in game 2. Fernando gave us Red Sox money line in game 1, Yankees in game 2. I was just saving game 2. Sometimes we'll put them together, but since it's the old Sunday nighter, I thought we'd wait. And the pitching matchup is kind of set in that one because of the rain out yesterday. So, all right, Mindy on Boston here, and I will. Let's do our challenge in this one.
Okay.
We'll take our challenge here. Schmidt's been doing well. If the Red Sox are a little bit shaky in their pitching plans, maybe they're not as planned as they should be. So I'll just take the challenge here. I think, did you win? No, I won the challenge yesterday. Uh-oh, Mindy. That game landed 8 in the Cardinals and the Mets.
Oh, is that the one it was? All right.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah, we had the over-under challenge. That's right.
Yeah.
I do remember that now.
Finished 8. Total was 9, and we were like, oh, maybe they'll finish
at 9.
All right. Not going to be a lot of opinion there, I guess, on that one because hello, Matt. Happy Father's Day, everybody. I don't have any kids myself, Mindy, but you know what? I'm not done yet. There's still hope.
That's right. You got time. See, I'm running way out of time. But I officially never really wanted to have kids. So I got lots of up the street with my sister and my brother. So I got some folks to take care of me later.
Furry ones wandering
I just
around.
Think something coming out of me like that just doesn't seem like a good idea.
No, my father was 61 when I was born, so
that's right.
There's hope for me yet. He was born in 1908. That's the truth. All right. Here comes the Cardinals and the Mets. Liberatore and Carrasco, a couple of disappointing guys going at it here in this one, but you got the Mets favored here at home. They are minus $1.20, 9.5 under 15. Ooh, 9.5 under 15. Okay, going up.
Going up, huh? Oh, let's go ahead and take the Cardinals today. I haven't really closely rated. I've liked the Mets in the rest of the series. I know that the Cardinals got the better of them in the later innings yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and go back on the Cardinals. I know that they've won 5 of their last 11 home games here, the Mets. But again, I think the Cardinals are kind of a little bit of a streaky team, right? Liberatore, he is at 5.14 ERA. I like the Cardinals bullpen. They scored some runs, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals today.
Mindy on the Cardinals here. Another team with just a dismal record, though. 15 games under 500. Yeah, they've lost 17 of their last 24 games, or 15 and 22 on the road. Mets, they're not in a good way either, though. They've lost 10 of their last 13. Carrasco, 6.61 ERA career-wise against the Cardinals. Mets have gone under in 9 of their last 11 at home. Cardinals have gone under in 6 of their last 7 on the road. But with these pitchers, gosh, can they really keep it down here under 9.5 runs? This game kind of sounds like it would go under. The steam came in on the under, but I'm not sold on that necessarily here. So that's a money line play for you, Mindy, on those.
It is a money line play for me, yeah. Because otherwise, if I take the Cardinals on the run line, it's like minus 190. don't really want that.
I tried the over here in this one. I kind of
Yeah,
wanted to go with a premium here. I mean, all indications are that, like I said, with those these teams going under quite a bit lately, but I just don't trust these starters to get things done here in this one. And, but Liberatore has gone under in 3 of his 4 starts, and Carrasco's gone under in all 3 of his starts. So it's kind of a hard sell. I guess I can't, I'm not going to go premium. I feel like premium. I feel strongly about this total, especially at 9.5. Most of my model is 10 or higher. So I'll go over with the Cardinals and the Mets today. And say, yeah. Oh. All right, Fernando, money line over the Curtis on the Mets. Good morning to Gerardo. Was hanging out with Gerardo in some random chat rooms again. Last night watching that UFC card. I had a rough night in the MMA last night. Thank you to Zach. Hello to Vinny, our leading handicapper from yesterday. Hi, Vinny. Have a great day today. And all right, Mindy, we got a pick here on this one. You're on the Cards, and I'm on the over. Money lines here today. Hello, money line. Pirates and Brewers. Luis Ortiz, Freddie Peralta. Brewers, big favorite here. Doesn't seem quite right. They're not doing much to be a $1.55, 8.5 over 20.
Yeah, we didn't really like the Milwaukee Brewers yesterday, and I think they got a 5-0, a total shutout there of that team. So we'll see how it goes today with the Pirates and the Brewers. I'm going to go ahead and take the total over today with these 2 pitchers here. Ortiz, he's sitting at 6.75 ERA on the road. Peralta, 4.73 ERA here overall. Both of these 2 teams here scoring well above 4.5 runs a game, allowing 4.5 runs as well. And that Pirates team has a pretty big ERA. Sitting out there as well, 4.28 on the bullpen side. So going to go ahead and take over the total.
Yeah, maybe that's just it. We went yesterday with the Pirates. They, laid an egg. I did have an under a premium. I actually had a winner out there. Yesterday, premium under in that game. So not too thrilled about the price. I mean, come on, these are 2 teams with similar records. In this one. So I don't think it's worthy of that price. The run line is not real comfortable either, but that's the way I'll go. I'll take the Pirates plus a 1.5 today at minus $1.60. Just for show purposes, give me the run line here with the Bucks. Maybe they hang in there today. Pirates have lost 8 of their last 10 games now, and Brewers, they're not anything special either, having lost 6 of their last 8. 6 of their last 8. So Peralta has lost 7 of his 11 starts. So I'll take Pittsburgh on the run line here. Big time juice. Not much you can do. You're going to lay juice, unless you're going to take a dog here with the Bucks. I just a little gun shy after losing. We went premium with them, or we went with them on the show yesterday, and couldn't get the offense going. So
right.
Hello to Ron G here today. Jay says, "Oh, that was the last game. Sorry about that." Here he is. He's on the Pirates money line today. And Fernando may be going with the Brewers here in this one. I don't want to lay $1.55 to win outright. Fernando goes over with you, Mindy. Alan goes over as well. Blake likes the over.
All goes over.
And solo, everyone. Like, I guess I should have been on the over. Problem here is, Mindy, I think I'm leaning under again after scoring the premium yesterday. And Ortiz not anything special. He's got a 6 ERA in his last 6 starts. And Pittsburgh, though, they've also gone over in 9 of their last 12 on the road. Peralta's gone over in 5 of 7. Hello to Randy Hoover. Hello, welcome. Nice
Good
to have
morning.
you. All right, another one where maybe incomplete info, but we are starting to see the info pop up on this. Not quite sure of this pitching matchup just yet, but the line looks pretty solid at $2 or a little more for Louis Varland. Probably a bullpen game uh, for the Tigers here. Alexander did pitch 2 innings yesterday, so not sure we'll see him, or maybe he's just a 1 inning opener. Garrett Hill also listed as a potential pitcher here for the Tigers. Tigers actually have done pretty well in bullpen games, so we'll see here. But Louis Varland, and that's Tyler Alexander, not Doyle Alexander, Mindy, who was traded by the Braves. This is a little bit old, but I see Tigers and Alexander, and uh, the Braves traded Doyle Alexander for a pitcher named John Smoltz.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think
Guess that worked out for the Braves.
right. I think so. I think Varland's been pitching a little bit better than his numbers here have shown. Tigers just don't play well on the road. They're only hitting like 214. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Twins here today.
All right, Mindy, you gonna lay that money
Oh,
line?
I guess I'm not laying that big 205.
Okay.
I didn't see that. So I'm going to go ahead and take him on the run line.
Yeah, because it's even a little bit higher, I'm afraid, right now. I don't know. Tigers have done okay. Like I said, in these uh, bullpen games. So I think the chat's going to have a little bit of support for Detroit here. For whatever reason, Minnesota, they're not pulling away yet necessarily, or I don't know if they're supposed to, but Christopher says, "Get the dogs, Mindy."
I know. I just wrote. I said, "Well, Whitney's sleeping right here. I can't really get her right now."
Let's be
So
quiet. Let's be quiet. We don't want.
yeah, I don't want them running around.
Yeah. No, Jay, it very well could be Garrett Hill in there today. I'm showing Garrett Hill likely to throw some innings, certainly, for the Tigers today. I don't know if I haven't seen him officially listed yet. I just haven't seen anything officially listed. So if you have Garrett Hill, I'm willing to roll with that. Like I said, Alexander was talked about. I think that's what Tony mentioned on his show. But I know that Alexander did throw 2 innings yesterday. That's not going to make it, necessarily couldn't get in there and throw another inning today. Nathan on the Tigers in this one. Here's Twins first 5 for Blake. Fernando will be on the over 8 runs here. Jay may go under. He may go Twins run line. Solo, of course, is willing to come in here on the Tigers in this one. Maybe I'm feeling it a little bit too. And I'm going to go over in this one if it's currently at 8. I'm gonna go over. That's it. I've had enough.
He's doing
Tigers,
it.
Tigers have
Final
gone.
answer.
Yeah, they're not getting much done with that. Talk about their pitching. Yeah, they'll need a better performance, but they have gone over and under in just 2 of their last 9 games. And Twins are going under quite a bit of late, but Barland a 5.6 ERA in his last 3 starts. Let me take the over in this one. Tigers and the Twins. Mindy's on the run line with the Twins. Jay Boone money line here with the Twins. keep it rolling. This is a big card. We got to keep these games coming. And here we go with, well, Mindy, boy, I had a premium on the Angels yesterday. I don't know if you did, but the Royals ended up getting the victory. The Angels had a big lead. I don't know. What were they up?
8-2. 8-2. I'm
Five?
still mad about it. Just watching that lead just go away. Yes, I had a premium on the Angels as well.
Oh boy. Angels favored here. $1.20, 9.5 under 15.
Yeah, I'm mad at the Angels, but I'm going to take them here again today. I mean, Royals are 0-6 in Greinke's last 6 starts here. I do feel like
Oh,
the Angels, they've been hot, right? Just kind of broke their win streak and just broke the Royals losing streak. Anderson's been pretty sharp, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Angels here today on the money line.
all right. I'll get. I know what you're thinking, but I'll do it again. Let's take them. Let's take the Angels.
Number 3.
In this one, Anderson hasn't been too good of late. He's got a 9 ERA in his last 3 starts, but the Angels have won 6 of his last 7 starts. So maybe that'll be what they can get done today. You mentioned Greinke. Royals have lost 6 straight starts with Greinke on the mound. Yeah, the numbers haven't been too swift, but we know the Royals are just give them credit, I guess, for the rally yesterday, but they've still lost 24 of their last 31.
Yeah, what was the stat there? The Angels haven't given up 7 runs in the bullpen in like a couple weeks, and then suddenly, boom, they gave up 7 in a couple innings.
They look like the Angels bullpen, or the Angels bullpen look like, well, like I said, they've been hit and miss. That's what I said to you backstage because they have a decent ERA. They're in the top 5, right, as far as ERA is concerned. But when they've given it up in a big way. So,
Yeah,
all right,
that
we'll
was horrible.
Angels here. Let's take a look at what the chat has to say. Jay Smoove is on the Angels. Blake's on the Angels. Fernando says go over in this one. And all right, Fernando says Royals. Solo says fade Greinke.
Yeah.
I walk this way. Nice to have you today. First 5 money line here on the Angels for Nathan Cerna. Barry Smith, good to have Barry here today. He says Royals to win again. Ron G says Angels are burning that money. Miles is here today. He'll take LA first 5. And Barry wants Doyle Alexander. Yep. He actually, I made, everybody makes fun of that trade because Detroit traded him for John Smoltz, and John Smoltz went to be on to be, a Hall of Famer. But Doyle Alexander did make a big contribution, as I know, to the Tigers in their World Series run in 1984. So, all right, Ron says, give me the Angels. Yeah, that's one thing we know, right, Mindy? Royals do have trouble winning 2 in a row.
They do.
And Butterscotch, happy Father's Day. He'll take the Angels money line. All right. All right, Mindy, we're on one here. We're going to try the Angels again, and we'll go with a steam play, morning steam play here. That's a premium for us, but it's not individual premium. So if anything, it's just a notch below, but the fact that we're both on it makes it our premium. That's how the show works here on the Morning Steam. My expert handicapper, Mindy Hahne, is going to handicap this one between the Reds and the Astros, and all I got to do is agree or pivot, keep this streak going. I'm not going to hold us down too much for the subpar day yesterday. We've been pretty strong, obviously, over the last month. Shows right there on the stats. So, all right, Mindy, the Astros here with Blanco making another start, $1.45. 8.5 over 20. This one's gone down. Steam came in on the under.
It came in on the under. Well, that's what I
Yeah.
like, Ramon. I like Ronel Blanco, where he's been. ERA 2.03 at home, 10.8 Ks per 9 innings. He's been pretty stout, 0.7 home runs per 9 innings. So, again, doesn't give up the long ball. I like how they've been playing. I also think they have maybe, a little bit of revenge in mind, perhaps, right? So, after getting whooped by the Reds team yesterday. I mean, suddenly the Reds could score 10. I was kind of surprised. I'm going to go ahead and go under at this one.
All right, Mindy will take the under. Chase that steam. Under, huh? 8.5.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Mindy takes the under here. Weaver and Blanco. Yeah, I mean, if anything, a little bit of a small sample there for Blanco, but who cares when you're the Houston Astros? He's probably
Yeah, he's only
terrific.
got 2 games at home, so yeah.
Yeah, 3. You mentioned the numbers, but doesn't matter. Come on, he's on the Astros. He's probably a terrific pitcher. Astros in a bit of a funk here, and the Reds are the hot team. Astros have lost 8 of their last 11. How about the Reds? I don't know what to say. Ever since De La Cruz came up, yeah, they were getting hot a little bit just a game or couple games before that, but now they've won 10 of their last 12 games. Wow. Wish this run line wasn't so high, but I'll take it anyways. I'll take the Reds on the run line, lay $1.65 here. With Weaver, look, he's got a 5.4 ERA in his last 6 starts, but the Reds, what can you say? They are just hot right now. They've got to be one of the talks of the league going in this one. We went with the Astros yesterday, and we came up short. I'll come back on the Reds here again today. I'll take them plus a 1.5. See what the chat doing here on that one. Ron will try the Astros here again today. And Jay Smoove says he'll take a shot in the Astros again. Fernando is going to be on the over in that one. And Damian Betts says Reds to get this sweep. Barry Smith likes Tom Terrific. And Solo likes the Astros. Ron Hahn's got Nolan Ryan to come out and get right. 10.5 Ks.
And a knuckle sandwich.
Oh, man, Nolan Ryan. Awesome. Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, Weaver's definitely had some problems, but the Reds find a way. They're 5-5 with his games. So Barry says, okay. Oh, that was the other game. Sorry about that. Hello to Darren today. Houston says fade Weaver. I don't want to. I like what the Reds are doing. Ron Hahn says he likes under in this one with Mindy. Alvarez has been out. That's kind of coincided with this downturn for Houston, huh? And here Ron says, come back on the Astros today. Yeah, Nolan Ryan was pretty awesome. Looks like, I don't know if Walk This Way wants Scotty Scheffler or Ricky Fowler. He'll just take Scotty Fowler.
There we go.
And Corday may come back on the Astros today. Curtis goes first 5 under. All right, Mindy's on the under. I'm on the Reds run line. Here's the Blue Jays in action against the Rangers. Chris Bassett going up against John Gray. Gray here, minus $1.30 now, 8.5 over 25. A little bit of action here on the Rangers.
Oh, goodness. This one, Scotch was talking about the last game was hard. I think this is a hard game here to handicap today as well, because I want to go ahead and take the Blue Jays, even though I know that Bassett has had a couple bad outings here as of late. I think they're just going to be I think this is the road game that they get today. I'm going to take the Blue Jays here.
I'm going to take the Blue Jays with you in this one, Mindy, with Bassett on the mound. Yeah, great. I'm solid. Hey, what can you say? This is a pretty good, good matchup. So one of the
Yeah.
better games of the day. In this one, I always like to say, "Oh, what's the game of the day?" I don't want to say Red Sox and Yankees. I mean, uh,
Right.
even there have been some, who did Boone come out and say, "Hey, enough already! We're on every single Sunday night game. Why are we always the Sunday night game?" I think is what he was alluding to. Seemed kind of funny those comments, but nonetheless, I'll take Toronto here with you in this one. Bassett hasn't been good, we know that, but
Right.
uh, despite the fact that he's got an 8.55 ERA in his last 5 road starts. Toronto is 7-7 with him starting. Gray has been absolutely awesome, but I'm feeling contrarian here. Texas probably in one of their biggest slump of the season, I think, right now, having lost 7 of their last 10. Toronto's won 12 of their last 19. So I'm going to be a little contrarian here. I imagine that I would think the chat's going to be on the Rangers here. Let's go. Let me find what they
Kind
have
of
to
looks
say.
that way, Ramon. Kind of looks that way.
Jay is on the Rangers here. Yeah. The Butterscotch has Texas as a premium. And Angel saying he's giving me a tennis update, and that's good news for me because I'm on Struff to beat Tiafo in that one as a premium. So sweat with Ramon. Maybe you want to get on it
Sweat with
live.
Angel.
Well, that's obviously going to change the odds a little bit right now. Struff now goes up minus 230 here in a match that he was actually, I think, minus $1.20 to start. So that break shifts the odds, but that is my premium play, just to
Nice.
let everybody know that right now. So other premium I have going, that Kudermatova, she's on serve right now, down 5-4, second set, leading 1 game, 1-0. All right. And Barry, remembering the handlebar mustache of Raleigh Fingers or Angel on the Rangers, Solo on the, everybody's on the Rangers, Mindy. We are contrarian here. We're going to veto. We're going to veto here. At least we got Butterscotch saying underdog Sunday. We're on Toronto here. So Ron G says Texas first 5. Butterscotch says watch out for those players that are resting. All right, Mindy, you've got a premium consensus there on the Blue Jays. Next up, the Phillies and the A's. Wheeler, big favorite here. 225. The total is now up to 8 under 15. So we've seen this one go higher. Widely reported steam coming in on the over has driven this one up to 8 under 15.
Yeah, Hogan Harris doesn't usually perform well at home. 5.11 ERA. Wheeler also a little bit of an elevated ERA. They're on the road 4.62. Still have that bad A's bullpen 5.61. Phillies scoring about 4.5 runs of offense per game while giving up 5.24. So to me, it looks like I'm going to have two teams here that are going to score some runs. I'm going to take the over today.
All right, Mindy wants to go over. Following that move, certainly. I saw one opener that was a juiced up 7. So not the best price, but got to, look at what these two teams, I guess what these two teams are doing right now coming into this one, because Wheeler, of course, has been solid. He's won 2-0 in his last 4 starts, of 3.24 ERA. Phillies are 9-5 when Wheeler is on the mound. Meanwhile, for Harris, you mentioned his numbers, and he's given up plenty of runs here. 240, 225. What's the A's? I'll take A's on the run line. What the, give them to me. I know it's been a little rough there, but with a 4-game winning streak now after what the A's did on that incredible run, and maybe the Phillies have found someone they can continue to beat up on at this point as they try to get things rolling. I'll take the A's though. Feel like I don't know, high price. That's just all. Even on with the A's. Here's Jace move though. He'll lay the 1.5. Fernando wants to go under. Looks like he'll buy it up to 9. So I don't think we'll find any 9s out there. It is going up though. Angels with me on the A's. And Butterscotch will lay the runs with Philly today. Yeah, they are definitely starting to hit a little bit, but I will mention this season, A's are the Phillies have gone over in just 4 of their last 17 road games on the road. A's have gone under in 6 of their last 9. Solo takes A's on the money line. And Fernando will lay the big number with the Phillies. Ron G says run line and over Corday. Happy Father's Day to everyone. That's kind of a fake laugh, but got to give a chuckle to these Dodgers after the 15-0 loss last night, Mindy, to the Giants. Pretty embarrassing.
Right? To say the least.
Yeah, let's just call it for what it is with the Dodgers losing that game. I'm sure they'll get it back together here. Gonsolin on the mound against Logan Webb. And in this one, the Dodgers about $1.20, 8.5 under 20.
So am I reading this right? Webb is coming into his career at Dodger Stadium undefeated? Man, I feel like I got to take Logan Webb and the Giants here again today. I think I'm getting a little bit of plus money as well. And they just, whooped up here on this Dodgers team. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the Giants.
All right. Yeah, I'll go on the Giants. Dodgers just lost 15-0, man. Come on. They're not going to do anything here. They probably will. Gonsolin's fine, but
yeah,
at even money
or whatever.
Yeah, even money. I'll be willing to take a shot here with the Giants in this one. Webb against the Dodgers in general, he has gotten hit at home, but much better when visiting LA. Certainly, still has a 2.2-5 record overall in his career. Those others coming at home. Certainly, the Giants have won 10 of their last 13 now, and Dodgers have lost 13 of 21. How about that? Gonsolin, though, 2.2 ERA and a 4-0 record in his last 6 starts. So he is fine, but I'll take Webb here with you, Mindy, and go with the Giants on the road. I think we're going to be. I think the chat's going to probably. Oh wow, they are on the Giants. I think here for the most part. Fernando's on the Giants. Jace moves on the Giants. Matt D's on San Francisco. Curtis says that's his. Yeah, Curtis, it's hard. Got to pick my spots when the Dodgers are down. I got to pounce on them a little bit. It doesn't happen too often. But, Mindy, that game was so deflating for the Dodgers and their fans, I know, because I was chatting with some of them. And, look, it's only June, but it feels like, man, Arizona's getting out there. There's going to be a pennant race in the National League West. I mean, you can't, I would think, keep both of these teams down and maybe even my Padres eventually. But don't let Arizona get away right now.
Right.
Giants are hot, says Fernando. Here comes Damien on the Giants. Butterscotch will take the Giants. And, yeah, Miller, just a young pace. He'll learn. Solo come back on the Dodgers today. Fernando's on the over. And Darren on the under. And money line on the Dodgers today. Mindy, we're on the Giants here. For a premium. And that
Consensus
sounds,
vote.
it was pretty yeah, it was pretty consensus-y, right? Looks like a lot of the chat was on it, so I feel comfortable there taking the Giants today. All right, the White Sox and disappointing Lance Lynn going up against a nice performing pitcher in Bryce Miller. Miller here, $1.50. This one's gone down, and the total's gone down considerably. I'm showing 7.5 over 15. Almost a whole
Seven
run.
and a half now, huh?
Yeah, almost a whole run.
Really?
It is. I mean, a whole half a run. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. A whole
Yeah.
half a run. That's doesn't happen like that too often.
I'm gonna go over that total.
Okay.
I'm surprised that it's dropping as such. I mean, me personally, mostly because of Lance Lynn, elevated ERA, 6.75 there. Bryce Miller, also sitting at 4.06. And then the White Sox bullpen, not exactly great either, 4.63. Lance Lynn gives up 2 home runs per 9 innings. So I'm going to go ahead and take the over.
All right, Mindy, going on the over here in this one with Lynn and Miller's team came in on that under. So this is one where Mindy will get a very good. You're going over, right?
Yeah, I'm going over. So I was happy to hear
Yeah,
that.
no, definitely getting a good price. And I wanted under when I saw these openers. I saw one that was as high as 8.5 under. So this one has been a real rapid dropper. I might need further investigation, so I
Yeah,
won't.
right.
I won't go against you. I'll end up on Seattle. I think, man, that's a price that at least I'm getting a little bit of a discount here at $1.50, good 15 cents off the opener. They steamed the White Sox here today, but I'm not feeling it. I'd rather have Seattle in this one at $1, even at $1.50. Lance Lynn, what can you say? I mean, I've tried to give him every benefit of the doubt. I've been one of the few that kind of hung on with you, Lance, and said, "Hey, look," because I respect those guys that were on that national team. I mean, you get selected for the national team, and take a look at some of the guys that got stiffed. Maybe we know why that the U.S. didn't win the World Baseball Classic now. So Jay says he will take Seattle, and he'll take him on the run line as well. Fernando's on the Mariners. Fernando's also on the over with you, Mindy. And
Right.
who knows? I may still add that. That's a big drop to me. It's significant. I just had a pretty strong that steam came in on the under, and I knew it was going down. I don't know if it'll make me switch, but that is a pretty significant move. They'll probably at least get me off taking the under in the game because I was actually going to go under. So somebody out there likes Lance, and it's Angel.
Right. It's Angel.
Butterscotch Seattle money line, solo Seattle, and maybe the White Sox start getting moving here. Got to fix that pitching just a little bit. Okay. Mindy's on the over, and I'm on the Mariners. Next up, Guardians, Bybee, Diamondbacks, Davies on the road here. This one has shifted. I'm showing the Diamondbacks it's either a pick 'em or Diamondbacks now a slight favorite. Total 9 over 15.
Well, I think I'm going to go over the total here today, Ramon, in this one. I just feel like the Diamondbacks, maybe I don't give them as enough credit all the time here. I thought that, when the Guardians went out to a 2-0 lead yesterday, I thought they might have had the game in hand. Instead, suddenly, here comes the Diamondbacks bats. They've been kind of doing that here often. The offense has been hard to shut down. So I'm going to go ahead here and take the over, especially with Davies, right? He has that 7.71 ERA at home, Bybee 5.75 ERA on the road. So going over in this one.
All right, Mindy, going over in this one. with the Guardians and the Diamondbacks. Yeah, we were on the Guardians yesterday, so uh, see how that one went. That wasn't great, obviously, but hmm, I I was thinking about trying to save it, but if you're on the over, I'm on the over. I mean, I've got this one going over. This is a premium for me, Mindy. So let's get on it. Cleveland and Arizona with Bybee and Davies. Davies has been profitable. Maybe this is a pretty good spot for Arizona. Um, I might have two premiums in there. Well, one of them going on this play. Let's see here what you guys have in the chat. Here is Guardians for Angel. Jay Smooth wants the Guardians. Brandon here. Brandon, I had a few thoughts on the U.S. Open at the start. Maybe that'll help you uh, dive through what I was talking a little bit there. Uh, I think the pin placements will be pretty hard today. I would imagine. It's funny because, and I just want to throw this in. I'm sorry that we're on the baseball game there, but it does make me think. We talked about how low the scores were, and everybody was up in arms after the first day when they got out there, shooting 8 under on the first day. But now you look, the two leaders are at 10 under. So they just probably, the conditions might have been good in those morning groups, and the pin placement may have been easier on those, and now we're kind of back to a little bit of more reasonable play here in the U.S. Open. So, okay, Diamondbacks will. AW's here. Hello, AW.
Hello.
Welcome. Have we had AW? I don't know if we have. Welcome. Butterscotch here on Arizona. Blake on Arizona. Angel says the Guardians are better than their record shows. Yeah. Well, I tell you this, their bullpen's pretty good.
Right. What are they sitting at? About number 2 in the league? Pretty good.
Awesome. And Fernando, maybe he likes the under 9. Thank you, AW. And Matt says root beer. I don't know what is he talking about? But
A&W root beer.
Oh, God, I love that place. Talk about underrated. I think, do they only exist is there any A&Ws anymore? I know in Canada there is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we have one, it's not like the old style, right? So it's,
Okay.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Long John Silver's. I don't know if it's a chain that's everywhere. Okay. So our Long John Silver's has a A&W in the same store.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right?
What company is that? That's I think that's PepsiCo or so. Yeah, so they sometimes like you get a Kentucky Fried Chicken with a Taco Bell.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So that's the only one that we have still here. But my grandma used to take us to the old drive-in at the A&W.
Oh, yeah, they
had such good hamburgers.
Really, and the onion rings. Oh my gosh.
See, I don't remember the onion rings. I just remember the root beer coming out of the tap, and it was a lot of fun.
Poor AW gets that probably all the time.
Right, probably.
Okay. Zordon's here today. How about it? Yep, said the same thing. Got the KFC.
Northwest.
Okay. Blake says there's one in Tennessee. And Long John, they poor business model or what? I think that was an underrated chain. I liked that place. And when they closed it down, I was mad.
All the good stuff goes.
We're on the over in Cleveland and Arizona. We're talking food on Father's Day. All right, Mindy, the Padres got a win yesterday, and it was Blake Snell. Everyone wants to make fun. Snell's hot. All of a sudden, got to change the narrative a little bit. Here's Joe Musgrove. He pitches poorly in day games. You might have that stat. I don't know. But Musgrove, $1.40, 9 under 20 against Yoni Chirinos.
Yeah, I don't really have that stat on if he pitches poorly in day games. That's what I don't have, Ramon. I will trust you. He does have a 4.37 ERA there. But he has a 33.3% K rate versus this Rays team historically and only allows a 227 slugging percentage. So that's encouraging, especially with San Diego, the way they've been hitting the ball here as of late. I'm going to go ahead and take those Padres, and I think they're going to get back-to-back wins today.
Well, they should. They should. This is a spot they should win here against the Rays. So I'll do it.
All right.
Do it. I know everybody says Ramon never takes the Padres on the show. Well, look at what they've done.
Yeah, right. Like, how could they really be trusted sometimes all that
Well,
way?
in the beginning of the season, they were totally overrated. So I didn't get on them a lot. And people know that's my team. I faded them plenty. I'm ready to get on them a little bit. I'm worried about Musgrove. These day games don't really work out too well for him, and I don't think this is, a great. The price is okay. The price is what it is. It should be about $1.40. I don't think there's any. My ratings don't have any advantage here. I'm just going to go with the Padres. I'm going with Mindy.
All right, let's do it.
Padres.
Consensus play number 7.
Fernando will go under in this one. Is it 9? Yeah, I might be willing. I might do a little more on that. Here's under. Brett's here. He's got his pitcher props, bringing us his pitcher props.
All right. There we go.
Fernando under. Blake under. Scotch under. Fernando's on the Padres. Jay Smoove on the Padres. All right, we're on the Padres here. And Toka, how about Toka World with Kylia? Nice to have you. Wow, hello.
Nice.
Tyrone Bell as well. Nice to have Tyrone here. Right. Padres money line. Have we met Tyrone? Welcome. Good to have you today. All right, Mindy, one more to go. Leagues.
Yep. Rounding out the pack.
This will probably be, look, unless there's anything that happens with that other matchup. Like we said, we didn't even know yet what the Red Sox were doing with the first game of the doubleheader. But nonetheless, here is game 2 with Severino and Bayo. Bayo $1 up to $1.40 now. Total 9 over 20.
Well, I'm just going to end the day with the Boston Red Sox taking both of these doubleheaders here today.
Oh.
The Yankees just not hitting well, right? 0.196 batting average, 0 home runs against Brian Bayo. So I think pitching gets the better of them here today. Going to take the Red Sox.
Okay, yeah, well, the Yankees have had, missing stars again in the lineup, so maybe that's been a part of it once again. So I think it's pretty closely rated for me as far as the side in this game, and I think the price might be just getting a little bit too high for my liking here. I'm going to go over. Oh man, at 9 over 20. I like it. Feels like a premium for me, but I'm going to give it out on the show here because I just can't go with the Red Sox just yet. Maybe that's my lean, Mindy. Maybe I can get a premium. I mean, I like having a premium in the late game.
Yeah, it's fun.
I do like the over very much. It probably would have been my premium. I just don't want to get on the Red Sox just yet at this price. It's a doubleheader also, so I like to see what happens first game. If I do play that game, it'll probably be late steam for me as far as premium is concerned. So Mindy on Boston. I'm on the over. The chat coming in as well, saying Butterscotch says Boston money line. Blake says Boston for that sweep. Michael Thompson, good morning. He takes Boston. Okay, Mindy, that's Major League Baseball. Zordan says in WNBA time, but I think I'm going to just go to the college baseball just because it's baseball real quick. Bear with us, Zordan. This will just be a minute or two here as we talk about these games. Mindy is in Omaha. She'll be attending one of the games on Tuesday. So she's into it. I'm into it. We saw some good games yesterday. Now, this is from the elimination bracket, Mindy.
Right? Who
Virginia
gets to go home
here.
first?
Yeah. So loser's going to go home. Which team's hanging out with you at the bar?
That would be Virginia. So I'm
Mhm.
helping open up the American Legion, and they sponsor a team every year. So yesterday, the Virginia team came down. You have to pretty much close out everything, right? You got to cover up the keno. You got to cover up the slots. You got to
Oh,
cover up
okay.
all the
Wow.
betting stuff. You can't serve any alcohol. So all they got was soda pop. That was it, and lunch. But it was pretty good.
I
And
used
I might
to
have to sneeze. I'll be right back.
I love going to the American Legion when I was in San Diego, getting those steak dinners on Friday, taking them home. Man, you get a great value when you visit the American Legion, don't you?
That is true.
Shameless
It's like
plug.
$1.50 draws. I mean, you can't get that anywhere, right?
Yeah. All right, and this one, what you gonna do, Mindy? We know we got a big. Oh, okay. Let me just a little bit of breaking information here. Let me get this to you,
Okay.
Mindy. This will be in our Yankees game against Boston. So this information is now coming in as far as the Boston starting pitcher here today. Let me get you this info. The Yankees are going to come a slight favorite in that Boston game that Mindy and I, well, we went on opposite here in it. But for Boston today, let me see if I can get and Caleb Ort will be the starter, 31-year-old from Grand Rapids, Michigan. He has pitched some already this year. He's been called up, pitched a couple of games against the Rays back on June 4th and 5th. Caleb Ort, uh, 5.87 ERA this season, but just 15 innings pitched uh, in his appearances. So went 1 inning against the Rays, 2 innings against the Rays. So obviously an opener here, whether or not they come in with Pavetta at that time. But this is Caleb Ort making the start here today in game one for
Who woke up?
Boston.
Look who woke up. So she's here bugging me.
So, or Boston fans are familiar with him. He's pitched in 40 career games over the last 3 years, but makes his first career start today. Certainly an opener, but that's news that just came out just moments ago. Caleb Ort to start that first game. Okay,
All right.
we're here in the College World Series now. Loser goes home, Mindy. I don't know if Virginia will be coming by today after this one, or maybe there will. Maybe they'll be staying in town because they're a big favorite against TCU here. 220, 11 and a half.
Yeah, again, it's kind of going to come down to, each of these teams lost in bad ways, right? I mean, that's like kind of the big deal for me in there. Oh goodness. I just think Virginia here, they've been higher ranked all season. I feel like they got the better batting average here, 3.77. Also have the better ERA, 3.77 ERA, 3.34 batting average compared to that under 300 batting average there for TCU. I will take Virginia and that big number here again today. I like the favorite a lot.
Okay. I do as well, and I'm interested certainly on Virginia on the run line as well in this one. Just like yesterday, I
Yeah.
think it is out actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, minus 1.5 at minus $1.20 or so. I don't know
Okay.
if you're interested in
Yeah,
that.
I like that a lot. I like Virginia pretty big here.
Okay, we'll be on Virginia today against TCU. Cover this run line. TCU, they definitely have an offense that can stay in the game, but they just want to seem to give it up back at you every time. I mean, that Oral Roberts game, just crazy, right? So
Right.
tough to lay at 220. We'll lay it on the run line here with the Wahoos. Blake will take the under. Yeah, get it now, Blake. This one's going to 11, I think, if it hasn't already. It opened 12. Fernando may go over here. Curtis has a lock on TCU.
Look
Great
out.
price. Not gonna, not gonna hate it, but I want Virginia in this one. I don't know if Mindy's got a bias. Maybe they
Right.
think good. I don't know.
Uh,
All right. Take a look at the other matchup now. This one from the winners bracket, and boy, no respect. Uh, this one opened. They got it wrong at first, trying to open it at $2. That didn't last long. Florida's up to 330, 350 now. I'm seeing it some places. Some big time disrespect here for Oral Roberts.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Florida, what? They're number 2? Oral Roberts here played TCU, another unranked team that gave them a little bit of a battle. I like Florida in this one today. I'll take Florida on the run line. Look at their batting average. Kind of smokes Oral Roberts. That's the only thing that bothers me. Florida's ERA is a little bit elevated, 4.52.
Yeah, Oral's been clutch, no doubt about it. So I'm going to take Oral Rock. Mindy, I don't know what the run line is for -1.5. I'm sure you can. I'm sure it'll be out there. I'm showing the run line because of the high money line is at 2.5. So I hope you're totally comfortable there. The 2.5 is a pick 'em basically. So I'll just do a challenge. Or I won't do a challenge. I don't know if you'll take laying 1.5, which is probably going to be about I'd imagine a buck
60.
$1.50 or so, maybe $1.60. But I will take Oral Roberts at +2.5 for my
All right.
play.
There you go.
So I don't know if that kind of puts us on the separate side or if we can both win. But I'm going to take Oral Roberts +2.5 at -115 today in this one. Oral, they just keep coming back. They keep
They
finding a
do.
way. I'm going with Oral Roberts. Blake says he'll lay the run line with Florida. Like I said, the standard run line is going to be 2.5 here today. That one is closer to a pickup. It is a pickup pretty much. Fernando on the over here. And he says, you know what? It could be 3.5 +3.5. Oral +3.5 is going to be about -$1.50 or 60 though. Curtis's team is the Gators. We know that.
Right.
All right. Thanks for sticking with us
It is
there.
funny that Oral Roberts does have the better overall record there, but I guess it depends on a lot of, who you play there.
Oh no! Come on, there. Florida's in the SEC. Big
Yeah.
difference. We know that.
It's
And
just funny coming in and seeing that big record pop up at you, 52-12. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
oh yeah, and Oral. Hey, they won their first game, and the other fact, and they were the longest. They're the longest shot in the field.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's get to that WNBA action now. Everybody wants to roll here with it. In fact, I've seen some moves here on this game. This line has changed. So take a look at that line now. We know it opened as low as I show the Liberty opening as low as 9.5. It went up all the way to 13. I'm gonna look see if I can't see if there's some injury situation. We know Phoenix. Maybe let me check it out because now it's 11.5. Steam came in on the Mercury and the under. So right now the current line,
11.5.
yeah, the current line is 11.5 and 163.
Geez, that's way different than those opening lines there. Well, it's kind of one of those that I have the Liberty winning by about 12. So I'm going to take the Liberty. It's kind of one of those, it's kind of gone back and forth, throughout the morning. So that's where I stand. I have the Liberty winning by 12. So I will take the Liberty today.
Well, yeah, I mean, hey, you one way or the other, and if you got them as by a half a point, why not? So in this one, the news here with these two teams. We see here Tarasi also on the injury report for Phoenix. So maybe the signs are that she could be in there. She has a hamstring injury. Griner still listed as questionable in this one. But here might be the news for the Liberty. We did see Jonquil Jones. She's under the weather. She's questionable. Uh, Ionescu, she has a hamstring injury as well. And Hanshu is out indefinitely right now. So maybe uh, that might be a little bit of a factor as to what's going on with this matchup. So I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to take the Liberty here in this one. Real concerns still about the direction that Phoenix is going, no matter who the personnel is. It does seem like these guys are in a bad way right now. I'll respect this steam that's come in here because I don't know the Sharps. So Phoenix is 2-7. Obviously, the Liberty's been playing pretty well. Let's take the Liberty here to. I'll take them to roll. Here by at least a dozen. Let's lay 11.5.
I like a dozen. There
Liberty, yeah. Sue's on the Liberty. Daryl here today says first half. And no doubt they've had plenty of issues covering these numbers so far this season, Mindy. But I'll tell you what, you know who also isn't covering any numbers?
Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix is not. They are 2-7 against the spread so far. 1-4 against the spread on the road. Mentioned the Liberty. They had problems covering the spread, but all of a sudden they turned it around a little bit. They're 4-5 ATS and 3-2 ATS at home. So thanks, Angel Stroof. Did he get the win? Let me know. I'm hosting a show right now. Right. I guess I could peek at the scores, but I want to keep it rolling here with our WNBA card. Let's try to get this taken care of. Sky and Mystics. In this one, the Mystics are favored by 5.5. The total's dropped to half a point. Five.
So is not 7.5 there?
No, and that was what I had when I was up about 4 in the morning here, about 2 hours early. So this is a 2-point drop here in this one. 5.5.
Darn it. I prefer the getting the 7.5 points if you can make that happen there, Ramon.
I can. About $1.80.
That's right. I'm going to take the Sky here, getting the points still. In the first meeting, these two teams, it kind of came down to the wire. It was decided by 2 points. Sky are 7-3 against the spread right now in their last 10 road games. Mystics are 0-4 in their last 4 there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Sky and their 4th-ranked points scored this season.
All right, Mindy takes Chicago Sky plus 5.5. That's kind of the direction that I was looking to go. I wish we were getting that 7.5 because that's about my line was about 5.5. So maybe this move is solid here on the Sky. Looks like we might have some picks from the chat. Blake says go over in this one. Ron G, Chicago money line today plus 200. Sue's on the Sky. Daryl on the Sky. Solo on the Sky.
What? That sounds like a big consensus, Ramon.
Man, pressure's on. All right. I'll try the Sky.
All right. That's our number 10, the Sky.
It is. Okay, so we'll beat it. We'll go over in this here today, it looks like. All right, I'll try the Sky. Yeah, could be getting a better number here.
Yeah, darn it.
But I like these two defensively here in this one. I mean, look, these guys have been producing some unders, no doubt about it. So let me see here. No, there were a couple of. Yeah, I like the Sky for sure. I like the Sky. I've got to like the Sky. Taking a look at the injuries, I think, is what is kind of put me on this one here. So just wanted to see if I could update it. It's a great WNBA schedule. If you like the WNBA, all the games are kind of spaced out time-wise. There's no overlapping games.
Right.
Copper is now probable in this game for the Sky, so she will, looks like, return to the lineup. Meanwhile, for the Mystics, Sykes, Austin, they will be in there today. Natasha Cloud also probable, but a little concerned about the bench right now for the Mystics. I'm going to take the Sky with you. All right. Dream and Fever. And here the Fever, a 1-point favorite. This total has gone higher to 163 on some widely reported steam.
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of like the Dream today. They beat the Sun and the Liberty in their last 2 games, scoring almost 90 points of offense in those. I thought that was pretty impressive. 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 road games, playing really well on the road. Also winners of the last 6 of 7 in Indiana. So give me the Dream here today.
You're going Dream today, and I
Dream, yes.
Yeah, well, I talked about the Dream, Mindy, as far as after their last game. I said, look, this Dream team, if you will, looks like they've turned the corner a little bit, but Indiana's turned the corner too, big time. To be 4-6 right now, they're getting great play from Boston. Look, I thought Boston might have some problems coming into the. I didn't know if she was going to be
right.
The player that she is, but I don't think I don't think it's a fluke. I mean, of course, you expect her to come in and be a strong impact player, but right now the way she is producing, very impressive. Very impressed with what she's done, and I think that's been a big factor for the Fever right now. And Smith playing well also here in this. So I'm gonna be on the over in this one with Atlanta and Indiana. Tell you this, Mindy, if any, and you guys, if you're watching, I mean, I'm watching a lot of games, and boy, the scoring just stops in the fourth quarter, doesn't it?
Why? I mean, except for yesterday.
Well, yeah, good point.
But yes, yesterday was an anomaly. Those 2 teams scoring well over 100 points.
Atlanta and under here. Yeah, Daryl, often that is the case with the moves. Sue on the Dream. Blake, thank you for noticing that. Good show today, everybody. Randy wants the Dream. Daryl, I agree, Daryl. I think this is a tough game, and maybe I want to be on Atlanta moving forward. I'm not sure this is the right game, but I do like Atlanta moving forward. But for the Dream, they kind of were, expected to continue to be good, right? With Ryan Howard, and they kind of faded a little bit last year after that great start that everybody thought they would be, really good. But right now, I think Indiana's been to have 4 wins after they came in with that long losing streak. Indiana certainly has been a big turnaround as well. All right, got a little bit of breaking news here in Major League Baseball in some more pitching information that we were talking about from the earlier game. We talked about Alexander. We talked about Garrett Hill. Forget about it. They're going to go back to the Vest. Vest will be starting in this one. Doesn't mean we won't see Alexander. I imagine we might not see Alexander actually in the game after 2 innings yesterday. But Garrett Hill, I imagine we will see some of him. But they will be going back to Vest to start the game today against the Minnesota Twins. See if I can update that. The line is still going to be about 210. The total still going to be about 8. Doesn't change much there, but it will be Vest getting the start for the Tigers today.
Cool.
Yep. So that's why we're here. Your first look on YouTube at the sports betting card. First live look on YouTube at the sports betting card. That's why we join you as early as we do. And I get up at 3:30 or 4 in the morning so we can have a great show.
Right.
Sun and Sparks. Sun on the road here. A favorite at the Sparks, Mindy, by 3. The total is 160. 157 and a half.
What?
Suns. Let me update the line. I was just looking at my notes. The Sun are now -4. The total 157 and a half.
Quit doing this to me, Ramon. Quit changing those totals. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Sun here, even though I have to, give up another basket here now. Both teams here coming off of one loss in the last game. Sun scored 88 in an overtime loss there, to the Dream. Sparks scored 72 in their last loss there to the Lynx. Sun 13-4 against the spread the last 17 road games. 6-0 in LA, Ramon. I'm taking the Sun.
All right, Mindy, on the Connecticut Sun here, lane 4. Yeah, they're taking the action for sure. I don't know. I mean, I like these Sparks at home right now. Yeah, we went against them last time, right? I think we went against them and won.
We did. We took the Lynx.
Yeah. But, man, this total has dropped. I just got here talking about how these totals at the end of the game, but, I'm kind of addressing that from a live betting perspective because sometimes they do get out still 2 quick starts. And look, I don't necessarily mind the move to the under. To me, I think the Sparks have some of the best front court defense in the league. So they are facing a very, very good team here. I think I'm going to be getting a lot of bonus here with the Sparks at home. I'm going to go over 157.5. Off of this move. I understand. I don't know. Let me see if it was a steam. No, not really. Just a gradual move, not necessarily a coordinated event. So let's see what the chat has to say. I'm going to take the over in this one. Here is Sue says she likes the Sparks. She loves the over. Blake says he's going over. Money line's going to be with you and the Sun. And money line will be on the Sun money line, of course.
Right.
Ron's on the over as well. So definitely a sharp move to the under. But I don't know if it's steam necessarily. That's what I talk about on the morning steam. So, all right, Mindy on Connecticut. I'm on the over. See if we can get one more out. Are we on 10 or 11? We've already gone over, right?
No, we're on 10, so we have hit the consensus.
We really only have one chance left.
We do. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, it's not pretty, let me tell you. It's gone down. The Lynx are taking the action here today, believe it or not. I'll see if there's maybe somebody sitting out or maybe the Lynx. We mentioned that last game. Maybe there's a little bit of love for the Lynx here, but the Aces are still another massive favorite here at -17. The total 168.5.
Ramon, I just feel like this spread is too big. The Lynx have been within 6 points in all of their last 4 games here. They're 4-0 against the spread in the last 4, playing on days rest as well. And they're 13-5 in the last 19 there in their meetings in Vegas. I'm going to try the Lynx.
All right. I get it. Open 19, so already lopped a basket off of that, but I don't know. Is it really going to matter? I can't take the Lynx. I mean, look, you you didn't chuckle necessarily. I think when I said that the Aces were going to win this one by 20 or more, I think the reaction I got from you was like, obviously I'm only going to pick 55% or more, hopefully. But I think you took note of the way I, said I thought the Aces would crush. I think you were not like, oh, really? Like you do feel that way, and they did.
Like 30. Yeah.
So definitely some concerns on Minnesota in the injury department. Let me see if I have any updated information on that, because I think that's what kind of is not. I'm not going to be with you. I mean, here in this one. So Shepard is questionable. Aerial Powers is questionable. And we know that they've had another couple of players out, but those are two players that are on the injured list currently. And I'm gonna take the over here. I gotta think I think the Aces are gonna put a big number. I don't think I'm need to dilly dally around or beat around the bush. I think it's going to happen here in this game. I'll go over 168.5 points in this one with Minnesota and Las Vegas. I do think it'll probably be one of those situations where it could just stop at the end. Hopefully, they get enough there.
Just stop.
Look at these games that get off to these flying starts, and then once it gets to like
they put up a 6.
Just if you do live betting and you see this thing get to half a dozen points, let's say, over the original total, consider some of those unders, even if it is still above the game line, because that's the way I've seen a lot of these games unfolding of late. Daryl will take the links with you. Sue will take the links as well. So, and Daryl loves the over in the game, and yeah. The only thing that does bother me a little bit, Daryl, is that I think that the Las Vegas guards play very good defense. I think Plum and Gray might be the best defensive guard combo, but it's not going to stop the Lynx from trying to do it in that fashion. I like the over here. Mindy's on Minnesota. We've pushed with Scotch and the. Blake sets the total.
The consensus, yes.
He sets the total at 10. We went to 10. So, all right, Miles, thank you. Appreciate everybody. Mindy will type in the plays.
Oh, yeah, I got to do that.
Yep, and I'll maybe cover a few more things here. Let's go out to the CFL today. I'm going to have a little play here in this one. The Ticats going up against the Argos, and Hamilton hasn't looked good so far. They did draw the steam in this one, and now they're a 2-point favorite, but I'm not feeling it from Hamilton right now. Look, I think they might be going with a bit of a retread at quarterback right now. Maybe this is the game Mitchell's going to turn it around, because they are the team that's favored here. But I think for Toronto, to me, I feel like Toronto's the play that I want to make here in this one. Yeah, Toronto's probably not going to be able to run the ball, but man, I think they've got enough defense here against Hamilton. So far, money pouring in on the over in this one. I'm not sure I'm feeling that. I'm going to take Toronto as my play here, +2 against Hamilton. Hamilton may have reputation on their side, but I'm going to take the Argos today, +2. Hamilton's got some pretty good matchups. White could have a big game today. Wow. And I like Daniels. I like Gittins for Toronto. Looking at these lineups. Give me Toronto today. All right, let's take a look at baseball on our plays. Here they come. Cubs run line. Marlins over. Angels money line. Blue Jays money line. Giants money line. Guardians over. Padres money line. We have one play at the College World Series. It's Virginia. Lay a 1.5 against TCU on that run line. And for the WNBA, it's the Liberty -12 and the Sky +5.5, of course. All right. It's going to do it for the show. Let me see. I can get a couple more plays out to you here. In the USFL, the last games of the regular season, here's the Breakers -4, 44.5 against the Gamblers. That's our favorite team, of course. And the Stars and the Panthers, I'm going to give you my free play here. Go under 43, Stars and Panthers to end the season here. in this one. All right. Don't forget to check out Tony'sPicks.com. There you'll find our premium picks, our best picks every day are over at Tony'sPicks.com. Check out the handicapper leaderboards and see who's hot. And I'll just show you who's hot. Vinny DiMichele talking about our guy. Hey, Vinny, if you're still watching, let's promote Vinny's 5-pack right there. Today he was kind enough to stop by, pick up Vinny's 5-pack in the major leagues for $35 today. So, of course, we know Vinny's real, so we're going to shout him out for sure. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks, Mindy. Great show. We'll be back with you tomorrow for our last show of the week. And join us in the Discord as well. Maybe we'll get some other plays to you. It's all early action, so we're going to get out of here and get these plays in. Watch for Mindy and I, our premiums coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll get them in.
We'll get them in.
Get our best plays out to you today over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off our best picks. Just gave you a ton of winners. Hopefully we keep it up. Took it on the chin yesterday. Didn't ruin our really hot, our really strong streak, Mindy, that we've been on. See if we can get those back today. All right. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate over 100 today. Great job.
Right.
For Mindy Hahne, I'm Ramon Scott. Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.